Good morning, guys. Welcome to history class. Forgot what class we're in. Okay, again, we're doing a little bit more on video these days. You're going to start having science videos this week, and this video is to explain to you what we're going to be doing for the next 4 weeks in history class. So this project is to make an infographic, and I'm going to explain what an infographic is in just a minute, but you're going to be making 2 infographics. So the first 2 weeks of this project will be for 1 infographic that you will present in a Zoom call at the end of these 2 weeks. And then the second infographic you will work on in the next 2 weeks and present it at another Zoom call. So I've divided up what you're supposed to do into steps according to what steps you need to do throughout those 2 weeks. So follow your homework sheet so that you know what you need to do. Now, each step I'm going to assign one day, and you have until your next history class to get it completed. For example, what you're assigned today, no, bad example, because what you're assigned today, you have to do today. All right, but what you're assigned, for example, on Wednesday, that assignment, you have all day Wednesday and all day Thursday to work on. I want you to turn it in to me by 11 p.m. on Thursday. What you're assigned on Friday, you have Friday all through the weekend to work on. I want it by 11 p.m. Sunday night. Because the reason I'm saying 11 p.m., remember that your homework due time is changing. I'm no longer giving you until the morning after to get your homework done, because there's not a single one of you that really has a reason why you should need to wait until the next morning to get it done. All of you can get it done and sent to me by 11 p.m. the very same night that it is due. Remember, for example, that means if you're assigned something on Monday, I need it by 11 p.m. on Monday. If you're assigned something on Tuesday, I need it by 11 p.m. on Tuesday, unless I tell you differently, like with this project. Okay, so on this project, you have the 2 days to do it. So what's assigned on Wednesday, you have until 11 p.m. on Thursday. Excuse me. So right before the next thing is due. If you have any questions, if you're not sure when something is due, just ask me and I would be happy to help you. Okay, let's talk about what an infographic is. So an infographic, these are some examples that I'm about to show you. It's basically a picture to show information. You want it to be colorful, to be organized. So you see here they have things like going around something. Each section tells information about something. It might have a picture or numbers that go with it. Here's a simple one, very easy to follow. 5 steps of something, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little picture with each one to go with it. Here's another couple of examples. Here we have a person and then different pictures to go with ideas about that person, and then you would write something describing that person and what each picture represents. Here's one that looks kind of like a path. It's nice and colorful. You could put pictures and information. Here's some with more of a green design. You see that they have like pictures and some sort of layout that presents information. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can Google infographic ideas and it will give you ideas. It can even give you templates on the computer that you can use. And I'm fine if you draw it or if you use a computer, that's perfectly fine. You also have in your packet this page. So this gives you some ideas as well of infographics that you could use. It gives you ideas of how to put one together. So tells you your introduction, overview of your project can be one part, subheading, which is your main idea with supporting details, a picture, that kind of thing. So this is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to walk you through everything on here so we don't have, a half an hour video. I want you to try to read it. If there's anything you don't understand, if you don't understand what this means, anything that it's talking about, let me know and I'd be happy to walk you more through it in a separate video or something like that if you feel confused. Please ask me if you feel confused. Don't try to figure it out on your own let me back up. Try to figure it out on your own first, but if you feel like, no, I'm not sure that I'm going to be doing this right, please ask me so that you know for sure you're doing your problem correctly and we don't have to go back and correct it 50 times. We're learning with our descriptive essay that it's better to ask Miss Ashley questions than to turn in a project that's incorrect and have to go back and correct it multiple times. So these are just 3 different styles, okay? You don't have to do these 3, okay, all for your one project. These are just 3 different styles of infographic. So an infographic is something that presents information in an artistic way with pictures and arrows and things like that. So what's your infographic going to be about? Well, you may or may not know this, but February is considered Black History Month in America. And it's very, very important, especially in these days and ages, for you all to study the history of what Black people have gone through, especially in America. It's not just in America that Black people have received a lot of persecution just for being Black, just for their skin color, but it's throughout the world. So that's why it's so important for you to be aware of. And we have many important events in history that happened in American history that are very important for Blacks throughout the world. So it's good for you to learn about these things so that you know really what has happened in history and how to continue moving forward. We've been talking a little bit about racism, starting with Martin Luther King Jr. and studying him. And you know, racism, it doesn't just include Blacks versus whites. It's any race versus another race. It can be Black versus Hispanics. It can be white versus Hispanics, Asians versus Blacks, Asians versus whites. It doesn't matter as long as it's racism is two different races not treating each other the right way, not treating each other with God's love because they are a different skin color, they look different, they're from a different race. And it's really sad that it exists. So I'm hoping that through this project, you learn a little bit about racism, what it is, and why we need to stand against it, especially as Christians. So you have in your packet something that looks like this. This gives you all of your possible topics that you could study. So you have 3 on this page: Brown versus Board of Education, Murder of Emmett Till, Little Rock 9. Then you have the Southern Leadership Conference and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Montgomery Bus Boycott and Rosa Parks, Boynton versus Virginia and the Freedom Riders, not writers, Sit-in Movement, Malcolm X and effects of his assassination, Bloody Sunday, can't flip the page, sorry guys, Stokely Carmichael and Black Power, Medgar Evers, Black Panther Party, Freedom Summer, the Greensboro Four, James Meredith and the March Against Fear, Loving versus Virginia, Civil Rights Act of 1957, Civil Rights Act of 1964, March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, and John F. Kennedy and the Civil Rights Movement. Then you're given, on the back of each one, you're given articles to look up. So that makes it nice and easy for you. You don't have to look all over the place for articles about each topic. You're given the specific websites that you go to for that specific topic. Okay, so your assignment for today is to go through and choose your topic. Now there's 10 of you in this class, and there are 20 projects here. That's why we're going to do this twice. But nobody can repeat what somebody else is doing. So the topics are first come, first serve. So when you submit your topics that you want to do, I want you to submit 3 to me, your top 3, and give them to me in order, 1, 2, 3. And if your first one is still available, that's the one you get. If not, you get your second one. If your second one's still not available, you get your third one. And if for some reason you come in late and all 3 are taken, I'll suggest one to you and see if you want that one, okay? But it's first come, first serve, and you need to let me know what topic you would like by 11 p.m. I'd prefer before 11 p.m., but that's your cutoff, is by 11 p.m. Let me know what topic you would like. Now where it says notes, this is just reminding you, this really is just to take notes on how to take notes. So the only thing I'm really going to say about that is when you take notes on an article, make sure that you take as much detail as possible, but you remember to put things in your own words. That shows that you truly understand something, is that you can put it in your own words. Also, don't forget that this project is for me, so this means that your project has to be done completely in English. Okay, so you also have in your packet a page that looks like this. You have a front and back page and one that's just the front. That's because to do your infographic, you need to gather information from 3 sources. Anytime that you're doing some kind of research, you usually need multiple sources. So 3 is a good number to start with. Sometimes 5 is good. The more sources you have, the better, but this time you just need 3. So this is Tuesday's assignment, is that you're going to research using one article. So you pick one article and you take notes in this graphic organizer, so in this this piece of paper, on that particular article. Remember to put things in your own words. If you're going to use the words of the article, you need to put them in quotation marks to show that they're not your words. So you have Tuesday and Wednesday, or excuse me, you have Wednesday and Thursday. This is not Tuesday's assignment, it's Wednesday's assignment. You have Wednesday and Thursday to research the first article. Then on Friday, you're going to research the second article. So we'll go through that on Friday. You have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so you have the weekend to do the second article. Then on Monday, you're going to research the third article, I believe. Hold on, let me make sure that it's correct. Nope, sorry, I'm wrong. You're starting with the first article today. Pardon for my confusion. You're starting with the first article today, so that's why you need to pick your topic quickly so that you can get started on your research. But you cannot start researching until you have your topic approved, because let's say you pick Little Rock 9, but somebody else has already picked it. So if you tell me, oh, I want to do Little Rock 9, and I say, oh, sorry, you can't do it, and you've already researched it, how sad, because you'd have to start over again, erase everything on this. All right, so make sure that you get it approved by me before you start researching. You understand? Get it approved by me before you start to research your article. So let me go back and say this again because I said it incorrectly the first time. You are researching your first article today. So you have until 11 p.m. on Tuesday to finish the first article. Article 2, you begin on Wednesday and have until Thursday. And Article 3, you have all through the weekend. Then starting on Monday, let me just check the homework sheet to make sure I say this correctly and don't confuse you more. Starting on Monday, your assignment is to brainstorm your infographic. Make rough draft of your infographic. So that means that you need to start writing down how you're going to do your infographic to present the topic. So using your ideas, here, this is what you have in your packet. You don't have this in your packet, but you can, I just got these off of Google. So you can Google it and take a look at different types of infographics. So write down what you want to do and then sketch it out in pencil, have, kind of draw out what you want to do, where you want to put it. And like I said, I don't mind if you download a template off of Google and you do it on the computer and you make it nice and pretty, you make it match the topic, okay? So for example, if you were to download this template off of Google, this doesn't really match the topic. You would want to change this picture or something so that it has to do with what you're talking about. So make sure that it matches the topic. If you do that, you can design it on your own, that's fine. If you don't have a computer, if you don't want to do that, then please, by all means, you can do that. Excuse me. You can do that by hand. Make it nice. I've seen several examples. You guys are not the only ones doing this project. The media class is doing this project as well. They've already done their first Zoom call. I've seen their infographics. The majority of them did theirs by hand. Looks very nice. Looks very neat. Okay, so I expect the same quality of work. When making your infographic, you can follow this little packet of paper that you have, which says Text Features Cheats. So the idea here is that it gives you a lot of helpful hints and clues to follow in order to make your infographic. So number 1, know the types and purposes of text features. So the kinds of things to write about and to use in your infographic with your writing. Number 2, your headings. 3, your subheadings. 4, timelines and how you could use those. 5, text boxes or text frames. So what those are, how you can use them. Bold, color, italics, highlighting text, how to use that in your infographic. 7 would be graphics, those are your pictures. And lastly, with 8, that would be analyze and draft your final design. So this is very self-explanatory, so read through this. If you have trouble understanding any information that's given in this packet, let me know and I can help clarify for you. But first read it, do your very best to try to figure out what it's saying, then ask me questions. Follow your homework sheet. Then on Wednesday, it says make your final draft of your infographic. So on Wednesday, you need to start working on your infographic. You have until 11 p.m. on Tuesday to complete your infographic. So that gives you 2 days to work on it. Don't save it till 10 o'clock at night on Thursday because it should take you some time because you should be working on it to make it beautiful. So because this is something you are going to present. It's going to be your visual for our Zoom call on Friday. So on Friday, we have our Zoom call. You're going to present your infographic. You're going to present your information that you've learned. Now, I want each of you to practice how you're going to present so you can present it professionally and not feel like you're lost and don't know what you're about to say. After the Zoom call, and by the way, you need to take notes on each other's presentations, take notes on what they say during their presentation about their particular topic. And you need to send me the notes that you took as part of your homework. Send me a picture of those notes that you took during the Zoom call by 11 p.m. on Friday. You also have, now yours is going to be just a half sheet, it's not all this, you have this in your packet. And you need to answer these questions after we complete the Zoom call, okay? So complete this particular page after the Zoom call. Again, send it to me by 11 p.m. on Friday. Okay, that's what we're going to do, and we'll have the same exact pattern for the next 2 weeks with this infographic. Let me know if you have any questions. And I would be happy to help answer your questions. If I need to make another video for you or just send you some voice messages, I'd be happy to help you so that you feel comfortable with what you're doing in this project. Have a great day, guys. Love you so much.